Hello, beautiful souls. Rare and special event. Like a super rare unicorn sighting, Sky is teaching some of the foundational Theta Healing certification courses online. It is one blazing rainbow of a portal opening up for a life-changing experience, all from the comfort of your own home. If you're interested in joining me, learning from my years of service to this international community, it's time to make your dreams come true and share with you one of the most powerful tools used to bring us into alignment, direct connection to the highest vibration of all that is, to ramp up your manifestation skills, all while creating impeccable discernment and empowering you with a map to the universe and beyond that will serve you the rest of this life and throughout lifetimes to come. If you're ready to step in, this is your time. If you're ready to clear your limiting beliefs and trauma that you haven't been able to get rid of this whole lifetime, pain or suffering, and general overall cosmic crap that you may think has been serving you, and move forward to be the most epic, brilliant, sparkly representation of self on this earth in a human body, this is one of the most potent steps I've discovered over the last almost 2 decades throughout all my travels, hanging out with all these healers all over the world that can help you get that for yourself. Taking these foundational certification courses with me after I've helped write and create these very foundational courses of Theta Healing that have made it internationally renowned and traveled around the world with the founder Vianna Stibal and her husband Guy is a unique, powerful transmission, a download in itself that you don't want to miss. Plus, I'm effing magical. After all, cell does talk to cell, and light travels faster than the speed of light, and light just is. For more details and how to register for upcoming courses, go to www.skyislimitless.com. Go to the Work with Sky section, and then you'll see all about Theta Healing certification. That's www.skyislimitless.com. Or you can just go to the show notes and click on the link there.
Welcome to Leading with Light, a wellspring for the transformational leader that you were born to be, where you can fill up and align, gather and be inspired, and bring your vision to light. Guiding you towards your divine connection and limitless possibilities, here is your host, visionary leader extraordinaire, Sky Ahern. Poof.
Hello, beautiful souls, transformational leaders. Welcome to this Love and Light Fest, your sweet spot for stepping up and getting your shine on. I'm your host, Sky Ahern, and you are listening to Leading with Light. I am excited to be doing some Facebook Lives today. It's so exciting to be here with you. Today I'm going to be talking a little bit about generosity of spirit, free choice, and boundaries. Pretty interesting topic. So, free choice, every day we can celebrate our independence. We can celebrate our free choice, our free agency, our free will. Now, free choice and free agency and free will are very, very similar. There's different names for them, but they're all a law. It's a law. Some laws in the universe can be bent and some laws can be broken, but this one can't be. This supersedes. Ultimately, you're free to choose. And that's a tough pill for some folks to swallow, and it takes a little bit of a moment to do that. But once you figure it out, you start looking at your life a little bit differently. How did I do that? Why did I do that? What would I like to have instead? Even though the highest vibration of all that is the infinite possibilities are there, it still abides by the law of free agency. We are so free. We can choose bondage. That's a trip, right? Think about that. We're so free, we can choose bondage. But we can also choose freedom. So what would you like to choose? So I'm going to ask you a few questions here so you can think about this. And before we do that, let's pray really quickly. So center yourself in your heart Stop what you're doing just for a minute. Center yourself in your heart. You pull up the energy of creation up through the soles of your feet, that highest vibration of all that is. Breathing it up into every cell of your body, over 3 trillion cells you have. Filling them up with the highest vibration of all that is, up through your legs and your hips and your torso, up your shoulders and your head. Just giving your little body a little bit of unconditional love, a little extra energy. Then you're going to come up out of the crown of your head in a beautiful ball of light, imagining floating up high past the highest tree, the highest mountain, past the Earth's atmosphere, into the stars, past all the planets, past the universe, the multiverse, and even higher. We're going to go higher through these little layers of dark lights and layers of white lights and golden lights and pink lights and more some white lights. And then up through this thick jelly-like substance, the laws of the universe, into that pink cotton candy color energy, which is the law of compassion. And feel that energy of compassion for yourself, being on this earth during this special, unique time, being a part of the solution. Going deeper into that energy and higher, you're going to go up and see this window of sparkly iridescent light, and you're going to poof on into that energy. And as soon as you do, you can just feel that tingly energy all around you. It's the energy, the life force that creates all things. You have infinite amounts of energy. It's your free choice to get to create with this energy. And you can learn how to do that on purpose, intentionally. So see yourself in your beautiful ball of light, noticing what color it is. And we're going to send yourself unconditional love. So you can imagine reaching up out of your bubble about 6 feet above you, all around you, gathering that energy, swirling that energy around and bringing it down into your body. Even an atom would be enough, because an atom can create a whole entire universe. So it can surely help you create and change anything you'd like to change in your life. So bring that energy into your bubble and let that energy come into the crown of your head and light up every cell of your body and in between your cells of your body. And when you're ready, you just let yourself become that light, knowing it's totally safe. You can always put yourself back into your body, but that it's safe to become that light of love, that pure energy. And it can be even relaxing and giggly and fun, because this energy is tingly. I tell my grandkids it's like magical unicorn rainbow dust. You can create anything that you want to. Just be in that energy as I pray. Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is, thank you for my life, and thank you for each and every listener of Leading with Light. Be with each and every one of them. Thank you, creator, for bringing them here today at this perfect moment. Something there for them. That's awesome. May it serve them in their highest and best. May their highest and best dreams come true. And may they go forth in this world, leading with their highest and best light and connection to you, creator. I hope. Poof. And when I say creator, y'all know I'm talking God, Jesus, Buddha, Great Sparkle Pony, whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter, right? It's just that's bigger energy that's bigger than you. Okay? So if you just did that meditation every day, woof, your life would be better. If you did it a couple times a day, it would be even cooler. When you learn how to play with that energy on purpose, which is what we have done by creating over 200 days worth of theta healing courses. It's crazy. 200 days. I'm not even up to date with that. That's just what I remembered. There's more classes coming out all the time. When you learn how to utilize that energy, it gets activated in your life, and you can start consciously co-creating, not bossing around the universe like some people think that what manifesting is. It's consciously co-creating what you like to create. And when you take charge of your life and you get in the driver's seat of your life instead of the passenger seat of your life, then guess what happens? You have fun things that happen. You get to feel good in your body. Magical things happen and you celebrate them. Ease and flow and freedom and fun is your life. And if it's not, then you take responsibility for it. You tap into your free choice and you learn how to change those things. Now, I'm going to ask you a few questions. So, you can close your eyes, imagine yourself up in that sparkly white light, and ask yourself to tell yourself the truth. Now, if you know how to muscle test, you can muscle test this, but I want you to ask yourself, do you choose expansion? So if you know how to muscle test, you can just stand up and face north and get a strong yes and a strong no, and ask, I choose expansion, and get strong yes or no. And if you don't know how to muscle test, you can just sit and wait and listen to that for that answer. So the next question is, do you choose contraction? Do you choose expansion, or do you choose contraction? Now just be honest with yourself for a sec. Sometimes we don't want to hear the answers, right? Because we don't know how to change them. But that's what we teach you how to do in Theta Healing classes. I actually have a basic Theta Healing class coming up in August towards the end of the month. Check it out on www.skyslimitless.com and see if it's something you're interested in. I'd love to have you there. I'll be teaching some advanced classes in October, possibly an impromptu one at the end of this month. So you can think about that. Powerful classes just to get you started. So there's a foundational group of 3 classes. It's basic Theta Healing, DNA 1 and 2, advanced DNA 2, and then dig deeper. It puts it all together. It's pretty fascinating, life-changing. Miracles happen. Students learn really fast, and it's fun. It's some serious business, though. It's not just like some foofy energy work. It is completely life-changing, and it can bring you into a happier space, healthier space, more abundant space, and more joyful space. So check it out. The next question is, do you choose inclusion or do you choose exclusion? You can muscle test that. I choose inclusion. I choose exclusion. Do you choose being positive or do you choose being negative? Now, if you're being honest with yourself, sometimes you might choose both. So it's okay. If you're muscle testing, you can get a little bit more of a subconscious answer. If you're not muscle testing, you're going to be getting a conscious answer. And your consciousness runs about 8 to 9, 10% of your being, while your subconscious runs about 90% of your being. So it's a big difference, right? Math, right? 90 versus 10%. So your conscious mind is going to tell you what it is, but your subconscious is going to tell you not only what you believe, but maybe what your great-great-grandma believed, or what your soul believes, or what a group conscious belief that you buy into. So next question. Do you choose love or do you choose fear? That's 2 different muscle tests, 2 different questions of muscle test. I choose love, yes or no. I choose fear, yes or no. Maybe you choose both. That's cool. There's stuff there. Do you choose to be a conscious co-creator of your life? Do you choose to be a victim? Do you see yourself being a victim a lot? Well, so if we look at free agency again, your free choice can be that you don't have to be a victim anymore. You can be popping out of a victim paradigm into a thriving, empowered paradigm. Doesn't that sound funner? The other question is, do you choose generosity of spirit? I just talked about that on a different podcast, so you might want to check that out. Or do you choose to find and create grievances with everything and everyone around you? Grievances is something that's up in our group conscious right now. And when we work on ourselves, we get to participate in helping group conscious change. So muscle test. I choose to find and create grievances with everything, with everyone around me. And if you do, you might want to work on that. Because if you're out there creating grievances or celebrating grievances or having them in your life, then you're just going to have a lot more yuckiness. So, generosity of spirit, again, it comes from deep connection to abundance and unconditional love, and it is offered freely. That being said, there are some who cannot or do not know how to receive generosity of spirit. Do you? You can muscle test that too. If you don't know how to muscle test, come to basic. I'll teach you. These people that are unable to be generous of spirit may cross your boundaries. How do you feel when someone crosses your boundaries? When people don't have enough love, abundance, or they just don't feel like they can share themselves with the world because it's not safe. It's not always their fault, right? But it is on the subconscious level a choice, because we are so free. We can choose bondage, but we can choose love too. So when people are unable to be generous of spirit, they may cross your boundaries. They may be belligerent. They may be toxic or rude. They may blame others for their circumstances. They may be very much in a victim mentality or operate from a victim paradigm. And it can be stressful to hang out with people like that. It can be messy. It can lead to drama, trauma, stress, and unknown loss of energy. Or you maybe do know it. So if you've comported yourself with generosity and kindness and patience and communicated your boundaries clearly with people who don't honor your boundaries or aren't generous of spirit, and if you've done all of this and you've given them a few chances, and yet they remain disrespectful or self-centered or unappreciative or toxic, it is okay to let them go. It's your life. You don't have to sit there and school them. What they're actually showing you is that they prefer the other energy. So sometimes it's just better if you let them go enjoy what their free choice is choosing them. Maybe they've just come across your path to get a taste of it and they're not ready for it. That is generosity of spirit or playing nicely. So you just send them unconditional love and let them do their thing. This is the hardest thing about free choice, is understanding that people aren't here for what you are here for. Everybody else has their own little spiritual journey and learning that they're having right now. So it's not going to be identical to yours because you are unique. It may be similar, but it's not going to be identical. So if people don't want to play nicely, you don't have to play with them, and you don't have to sit there and school them or make yourself wrong for letting them go. Sometimes they're just on a different journey. Sometimes you've played your part. But accessing your own free agency to choose how you will engage with others and how you will not honors your energy, your time, and how you show up in the world. Accessing your free choice to choose to engage with others who mirror your generosity of spirit, kindness, and patience will only enhance this vibration in your life, support your divine purpose, and bring on more miracles and magic while contributing to your overall happiness and well-being. Don't you want to be happy? Oh, yeah. Allowing your boundaries to be crossed repeatedly, taking on toxic drama of other people only to take it on the chin or in order to be helpful or kind or virtuous, is not being helpful, truly, or kind or virtuous. It's being codependent and short-sighted. Because then you're spending your time engaging with people in a way that can be depleting, that you can't really change because it's their choices. And so they can kind of wear you down. So that's a little bit harder for you to show up and do the work that you are doing in the world, whatever that may be. You're showing up for the people who can show up for you and who reflect to you your kindness of spirit back to you, because they're kind of spirit too. They're generous with their spirit. They're like gracious. And you don't want to miss out on playing with the nice folk, right? You don't want to miss out on hanging out in a circle of people who have fun. Do you know what that feels like? That they're gracious, they're joyful, they're supportive, they're loving, they're safe. They're not going to backstab you or attack you out of the blue. They contribute. They're respectful. Doesn't that sound much more fun? Otherwise, you're just hanging out, being a martyr. And you know what happens to martyrs? This behavior may be difficult to see at first when you're engaging with people because you're kind and you're patient and you're generous. But using theta healing, we can do an energy break, and this can help tremendously. So if you're doing an energy break, and if you're looking at this on the video, which you can see on YouTube here pretty soon, or you can see it on my Facebook Live here in my Facebook group, Leading with Light, what you're going to do is you're going to put your right hand on top of your left hand in front of your heart chakra, and you're going to rub your hands back and forth together. Your elbows will go out and then they'll go in, and you'll do that really rapidly. And then you're going to put your left hand out to somebody, whoever you're tripping on or whatever, whoever's not being so nice, and you just say, oh, that's them and this is me. I always like to send them unconditional love, release them to their highest and best. But then I turn around, I send myself unconditional love. I release myself to my highest and best. I recognize and see myself in my bubble, and then I zip up my electromagnetic field, taking my hands like at the base of my belly button and zipping it up the midline of my body, all the way up the crown of my head, and then just putting my hand down to the side. And that's a really nice feeling. It just like, puts you back in your space. So you're not walking around carrying everybody else's energy with you, which you will do if you're empathic, caring, loving, nurturing. It just happens. And after a while, it just builds up, and it could be too much and just be creating a hole in your little field. And it's just like drains your energy. If you're feeling really, really tired, you need to do an energy break. Okay. Maybe sleep, drink water, oxygenate. But it's one of those essential energy tools. Like massage therapists do some kind of like energy break in between massages usually, but do you do that in between your calls, your daily experiences with people and interactions with people? So helpful. I do that in between my clients. I do it in between my classes. I do it if I feel somebody kind of reaching out, but they're not picking up the phone. So, you could try that. It's pretty amazing. We also teach you that in the first class, Basic Theta Healing. But if you're still feeling energetically hooked after you do that energy break, you're probably triggered and you probably need to work on it. So when you do see it, you want to take some time and pull out your journal and write, maybe muscle test yourself if you know how to, and work on yourself. And I came up with some questions that you could use. So here are a few right now. Have you been clear with behavior, what behavior is okay and what isn't okay? And so when you're engaging with people, have you been clear with them about behavior you're willing to accept and what you haven't been? And if you haven't, why not? Have you given them the benefit of the doubt? If so, how many times? And what are you getting out of it? Are they continuing to cross your boundaries? And why are you allowing them to do so? Do you know how to react or interact? Do you shut down? Or do you communicate with them? Do you encounter people like this on a regular basis? Or is this a rarity for you? How is this serving you? What are you learning from this? Can this lesson be finished? These are just some things that I was thinking about, and I think they're really good soul-searching questions that you can like spend some time with thinking about and writing. When you dive into this and you do some work completely, you're creating a future free from encountering these types of people. You're attracting allies who are generous, kind, and patient. You're creating a safe space together, and you're going deeper with others, co-creating together a joyous circle of aligned and magical camaraderie. Do you know what it feels like to have a joyous circle of aligned and magical camaraderie? There's something magical about that. Would you like to know that it's safe for you to have that? Or that it's possible for you to have that? And that you're worthy of having that? I'll go up and ask Creator to teach you. You just have to say heaven yes. And there you go. So when you do this also, you can enjoy a wondrous life that you've created for yourself, free from like having to be distracted from negative experiences, and you can serve more people who are truly open to progressing. So how do you use your free will? I will tell you how I use my free will. I choose to teach this meditation technique and this energy healing modality that we've taught all over the world in over 80 some countries in 152 different languages. And this healing modality, theta healing, works. I've seen it go from just being in this country to all over the world. I've helped produce events and be included and teach in events where we've had 15 different translators happening in the room. People from all over the world, different backgrounds, different religions, different perspectives. It's amazing. And everybody is there because this stuff works. It helps you heal your heart, your body, and your mind and your soul, which then you can be happier and you can help others that you love too. The great thing is, the most convenient thing is that we can teach this online now. And that's pretty exciting. And I have been teaching it almost for a year now online because we can finally do that. And I'm really excited about it. And I would love to teach you some of these big basic things that can help you sort through these difficult topics in life, dealing with different people from different kind of walks of life and deciding who you decide to be surrounding yourself with, who you know that you get to play with. It's helpful. Do you play with the mean people or do you play with the nice people? Okay, so it's just looking at our free agency and thinking ahead. How do you want to live this one and only brilliant, beautiful life? So it's your free choice, and I hope that you choose more spirit, generosity of spirit, more kindness, more love, more appreciation, gratitude, more celebrations. So check out all these podcasts. Please join this Leading with Light Facebook group, and I'd love to hear from you. You can write me at sky@skyeslimitless.com. You can leave a review if you like on any of the apps that you listen to this on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and there's a lot of other ones I can't really remember right now, but I hope you're doing well today, and thank you for leading with your light out there in the world, being that divine spark of light that you are. It's been a pleasure connecting with you here today. And I love what you're up to the world. Know that you're totally unique in what you do, and leading with your light helps make this world a better place. The planet needs you. Oh, thank you.
You've been listening to Leading with Light. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single episode. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends. Tune in every Tuesday for more exciting ways to help you pop into true divine connection and clarity, live in the energy of limitless possibilities, and delight in the love playground. Get your magic on and make this world a happier place. Yo.